Come on, how's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. We have done it. We are back. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, people. Come on. We are back. So that'll be my reaction after we get these very big, very expensive signings in. But there is some good news today. It doesn't warrant that reaction, but I get a lot of comments saying, oh, you can never be pleased and this and that. Well, you've seen a little bit of me pleased there. If what Josh and Emery are saying in their interviews are to be believed and are to come true in the next couple of weeks, then you'll see much more of me like that. But for now, I'm not excited yet. For now, taking it as it comes. For now and forever, Kroenke out, because he's not going to change. His son is the same shit. But like I said, a bit of good news today. Dani Ceballos has come in from Real Madrid on loan, albeit for just a year. But I can't lie to you, I'm happy. Surprisingly, it's only taken us a few weeks to sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Like, we was linked to him earlier on in the month, and Tottenham apparently were interested too. Don't know how true that is, but he was asked about the interest from other clubs, and he said something about Emery being a big decision for him to come over this side. I remember when everyone used to say, oh, Wenger's got the pull on the players, this and that, this and that. All managers have different pulls, all managers have different advantages and disadvantages and links and connections. So I'm glad that Emery's history in Spain has kind of dragged Ceballos over to this side of London. He does look a good talent. I made a mistake in my last video in calling him a wide man. That was a bit naive from me. I tended to just see a lot of his highlights and whatnot. I did see him a few times for Real last season, but he wasn't someone I was looking out for in particular. So in hindsight, obviously, maybe I should have narrowed down on the position a bit more. But looking at his physical attributes, looking at his style of play a bit more in depth, you can see he's evidently a Ramsey replacement. And we need that. Do you know what I mean? We need that. And contrary to what a lot of people are saying, I believe he's probably better equipped to play centre mid for us rather than the attacking number 10 role. Reason behind that is we've got Ozil. I'm not saying Ozil is great. You know my opinion on Ozil. But when you're paying someone that much money, he's bound to be starting majority of games. I know last season he was in and out the squad, but they've managed to hide the real reasons well, and it seems like Emery and Ozil might be on the same page moving into this season. So Ceballos, I can see him maybe sitting in a bit more behind Ozil, next to a Torreira, next to a Xhaka possibly. Someone that's a bit more creative, someone that offers the ball into Ozil. I don't think we've had that player in the centre midfield position since Santi Cazorla. Someone that can get out of tight situations, someone that's got very good feet. I know he's a Ramsey replacement essentially, but he's got much better feet than Aaron Ramsey. Obviously, Ramsey's got his traits, his advantages, but with Ceballos, quick feet. Obviously, he's not the same build as Cazorla. Obviously, they're not the same player. Cazorla, to me, is close to an Arsenal legend at this club, but with Ceballos, it's something that is a breath of fresh air in the middle. Guendouzi, for me, was probably the most forward-going midfielder. I was going to say most attacking, but I don't believe we had an attacking midfielder in the middle last season. I believe Guendouzi was probably the one that tended to move the ball forward more so than the others. Xhaka side to side, Torreira win the ball and just get rid of it. El Nene. So I could see him being a centre mid for us. I could see him doing a very good job there. And one thing I do like about this signing, and I mentioned it before in the video, is that he is out to prove himself. I think he was very much behind the notion of going back to Real, behind keeping the obligation to buy out of this deal. So he does want to prove himself and return back to Real, where he wants to eventually be given another chance, because he has had a chance there. It just seems like him and Zidane don't seem to be getting on. He initially signed for Real Madrid 2 years ago from Real Betis, but Zidane, when Zidane was there, it just didn't seem to work for him. He wasn't really getting started regularly. In his debut, actually, he scored 2 goals, I think it was, or a goal and an assist. I believe it was 2 goals, man of the match display, and it was an away game. Zidane did come out afterwards and say, like, he's a very good young talent, is someone that we're going to be seeing more and more of, but we didn't see more and more of him. Real Madrid fans didn't see more and more of him, and at the time they weren't complaining. They was winning back-to-back Champions League, so you got to understand the difficulty of getting into such a squad, even though they've been poor in the league for the last 2-3 years at least. Zidane built a team there, or I wouldn't even say built, Zidane led a team there to Champions League glory. So who's to doubt his credentials at the moment? So since Zidane left last summer, obviously Zidane left because of a rift between the hierarchy and Gareth Bale and whatnot. It hasn't worked out for Real, and they've brought him back in. Coincidentally, since they've brought him back in, Ceballos has become a bit of a fringe player, someone off the bench again, someone not even playing some weekends. So first half of the year is pretty much the only thing we have to judge him on the last couple of seasons, which was about 17 appearances across all competitions for Real. Not across all competitions, but in the league. And I believe it's 3 goals, 3 assists. Doesn't bode too well in terms of statistics, but again, Real's season has been so turbulent, so up and down. It's been a roller coaster. Well, I say up and down. It's more down and down, but such a roller coaster that it's hard to point the finger of blame at any given person, any given player. So I'm excited about him. I'm not going to lie to you. I know obviously at the beginning of the video it's a bit tongue-in-cheek because people do want to see me a lot happier than I have been this summer, than I have been since I've been on AFTV. And trust me, I want to see myself a lot happier regarding Arsenal Football Club. So his signing has got me excited to see him. But contrary to be excited from Josh Kroenke, that's a whole other thing. He's telling us to be excited because of where he believes the club is going. Ceballos is a loan deal for a year. Someone that wants to return to his club, someone that will return to his club. So I'm still waiting to be excited from Josh Kroenke's perspective, from Unai Emery's perspective, and the very big, very expensive players. Ceballos excites me as a player, but we've only got him for 1 year. He can help us get our goal of Champions League football. And dare I say it, the only reason I'm saying the hope of Champions League football is because of Chelsea's transfer ban and United's real lack of movement in the transfer market, considering the season they had last year. I know with them, they've got a lot of big names, but it was about gelling them together, making them play, making them happy. So who knows, if that works out for Ole, then they will have a good season. But that's the hope we have. Chelsea and United not really adequately improving their squads this summer. So that's the hope I have. Ceballos signing, obviously, should slot into the first team squad. I'm not going to lie to you. We lack technical ability. We lack technical players. He's someone that can dribble the ball. He's someone that can pass the ball. He's someone that can take the attention away from an Ozil, an Oba, and a Laka. He's someone that's got a range of passing. And one thing about him, like I said, is technique. His technique on the ball, excellent. And hopefully it's something that keeps on improving, because at that age, 22, he's still very young, raring to go. And like I said, that's the mentality I want. When we were linked to Carrasco a couple of months back, or however long it was now, I always maintained that it's not a good look for a 24, 25-year-old to be leaving Atletico Madrid and going to China. I know a lot of people came back to it wasn't his fault. Atletico forced him because they're owned, but no one gets forced to work anywhere in football. Player power, and now you're telling me a club has forced a player to go China. He went China because he wanted the money. Obviously hasn't worked out for him, but that was my problem with him mentality-wise. Whereas Ceballos now, mentality-wise, didn't work out with Zidane. Came into the squad. It hasn't worked out with Zidane again since his reappointment. But he still wants to fight for his place. He still wants to prove Zidane wrong. That's the mentality we need at Arsenal. The mentality to prove us fans wrong, to prove managers wrong, to prove the media wrong, to prove world football wrong. So that mentality-wise, very good. Technical ability-wise, very good. Productivity-wise, we haven't seen the best of him yet, in my opinion. In the under-21 championships, he was in the team of the tournament. He got 2 goals, 2 assists, I believe. Or 3, well, one or the other. 3 goals, 3 assists, or 2 goals, 2 assists. Team of the tournament. And along with Olmo on the right side of the Spanish team, he was probably the standout player. So, can't really complain with that signing. I've tried to keep this as positive as possible. And by doing that, I mean that I'm not mentioning the fact too much that it's just a loan and it's not very big or very expensive. It's not someone that's going to change the fortunes of Arsenal around. It's someone we need because we lack depth in that area, considering Ramsey leaving. But it's someone we have to build on. And I don't mean build around him, I mean build on in terms of transfers. We need to bring in a few more bodies. We need to get Kieran Tierney over the line. For goodness sake, get that lad over the line, because that at least will sort out one defensive position moving on to next summer, where we can sort out another defensive position. If we could get Tierney in, ideally Bellerin proves his fitness, improves, picks up the pace, and we've got two fullbacks there that young and raring to go. And then you can just sort the middle out. But Arsenal is Arsenal. Who knows what they're going to do? I don't really want to dwell on it too much. But yeah, on Bellerin was a big reason why Ceballos eventually came. He said, I was reading that he spoke to Bellerin and Nacho before coming, and Bellerin said it's a great city, great club, and you'll have a great time. Now, one thing about that is the great time thing. Bellerin's been having a great time, but us Arsenal fans haven't had a great time in years. So that great time stuff kind of, I don't want to bring it back there because this is a welcome to Arsenal video to Ceballos, but what I want to say is that great time quote, or that Ceballos said, Bellerin said, how can you be having a great time as a footballer when you're not achieving what you're meant to be achieving, when you're not proving yourself, when you're not reaching your potential? So that kind of shows the mentality of the Arsenal squad right now. I believe it's not only Bellerin that thinks it's a great time. I believe a lot of players, you could see Lacazette and Aubameyang having a great time at the club. But when push comes to shove and we're in a final, when we're in a position to get Champions League football and improve on our fortunes in the past recent seasons, it's not a great time anymore. People are crumbling, people are hiding, people are not their usual selves. So it's all good and well saying great time, Bellerin, but pick your words wisely, because I haven't had a great time being an Arsenal fan for a little while now. God knows how I've ended up kind of being negative towards the end. I guess it's just me, but it's real. What can I say? Ceballos said I get on really well with Hector away from football. I told him I was thinking of joining and he told me not to think twice. Yeah. I can't wait to see him and say thanks for his help in getting me here. Listen, I appreciate Bellerin doing that. Like I said, it's a good arrival with someone that's exciting, someone that's willing to prove themselves, but it's not be exciting. It's just a loan signing, improved our squad, adds into an area where we lack depth, like I mentioned, and gives us the freedom to spend whatever money we have. Because I've maintained all summer that we've got more than 45 million, but we've spent 1.5, 2.5 million net, considering Ospina going and Martinelli coming in. So God knows how much money we have, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if we went in with one more signing at 25 mil Tierney, and that's it. I wouldn't be surprised if we went in with 80 mil of signings on 5 players, panicking in the last week and a half. I wouldn't be surprised either way, because at the end of the day, we've come this far into the transfer window and we still lack a real plan. One week we're being told we're going for plan A. If plan A don't work, plan B. And then the other week we're being told we're not going for plan B. We need plan A to work. So who knows? All I know is we've got a new player in. All I know is he's got good potential, and the potential will be realised at Real Madrid or another club. Who knows? He potentially might have a great time here. Hopefully that great time is linked to Arsenal, and that great time is linked to Arsenal winning stuff and achieving their goals of maybe even getting into Champions League football. But who knows? It might be a great time in terms of he's going district and Tiger every weekend or whatever else, Shisha with Kolasinac and Ozil. I don't know what a great time is to these footballers anymore. I just know a great time to the legends at this club, included Arsenal FC, achieving goals. That was part of the great time. Now, a great time is being in London. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. New signing in, second signing of the summer. Loan on top of Martinelli. Still no defensive reinforcements in. Tierney still stalling. Saliba looks... You'll see us welcome to Arsenal video of Saliba in the next couple of days, because he is signing. It's just that, am I welcoming him in this year or next year? Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. And we've really got to add experience in that, add ready-made talent into that defensive line, because relying on someone that's going to be 19 coming into next season, do you really see us starting a 19-year-old week in, week out in the Premier League? Do you know the risk that could entail? It's a massive one. Could kill off his potential real quick. But again, we'll see. We'll see. All I'm gonna stick on is we've got a player in. We've replaced Ramsey for 1 year at least. So let's get Tierney in. Let's get a centre back in, and then let's get a winger in. Come on, Arsenal, man. We've wanted that all summer. Do you know what I mean? Replace Ramsey. To be honest, I wanted 2 centre backs. Get a centre back in. Get the left back in Tierney, and move. Then get the winger in. For fuck's sake, Arsenal, man. Like, what's going on? And then you got people in my comments saying, "Oh, you have to wait 4 weeks for a transfer to get finalised." Like, how? I know it takes time, but some of the transfers we've been talking about, Tierney's been going on for time. Zaha's been going on for what, 4 weeks now. So at any moment now, we should be signing him, right? Not right, but it is what it is. Ceballos, welcome to Arsenal. Don't get painted with the same brush. Don't make yourself part of the furniture, because the furniture here is rotten. There's rats running in and out of it. So stand up, make yourself heard, make yourself seen, and make a name for yourself. Because if Arsenal is anything right now, we are a great platform for you to prove yourself. We are a great platform for you to help achieve our goals, and in turn us helping you achieve yours. Because I'm sure Ceballos comes in, helps us in securing a top 4 finish. I'm sure Real will want him back, or maybe they'll want a bit more money for him in terms of a sale, but it seems like he is the person very adamant in going back. So let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Obviously I haven't watched him too much, like I said, a few times at Real last season, and watching back some highlights, watching back some match analysis surrounding his performances. So let me know, happy, not happy, very big, very expensive, excited, what is it? Let me know, people. And again, love for all the support, feedback, and all of that. TurkishLDN Instagram, TurkishLDN on Twitter. Love.